graduates 675 new recruits. Government of Liberia discloses plans to improve the labor sector. District 9 representative calls for increment of the budget for the police. Good evening and welcome to Buzz TV News. My name is Tajari, presenting the news in detail. The Liberia National Police Academy and Training School has graduated 675 Liberians from its basic recruit class 45 program. The ceremony took place over the weekend at the Liberia National Police Academy and Training School in Pinsville, Montserrat County. This is the largest group of recruited and trained Liberian police officers since the departure of the UN, ECOWAS, and other international security partners. Delivering the keynote message, Acting Deputy Minister for Codification at the Ministry of Justice, Antonio Abraham Michel, encouraged the young police officers to discharge their duties for the betterment of the country. He noted that security is key in every society. As such, the LNP must ensure that there is rule of law in Liberia.
Development without security and no security without development. That is so scientific. There can be no development in any country without security, and no security without development. What it means, it shows the symbiotic relationship between development and security, and vice versa. And as the Inspector General said, for this country to be safe, investment friendly, and for people to feel free to bring their investment into Liberia, it has to be clear that there's rule of law, that the judiciary is independent, and that the security forces in Liberia are disciplined, as the ECOWAS ambassador said, which is the hallmark of maintaining security. That's the only way we can have development. On the other hand, if there is no development without security, then there can be no security also without development. The two of them go hand in hand. So for us to be investment friendly, attractive, the security forces led by the Liberian National Police, the frontiers of security, we have to be secure. The PAPD, the national agenda of the government of Liberia, puts national security at pillar 3. And pillar 3 of the PAPD says the only way that there can be development in Liberia is that the Ministry of Justice, the national security forces, including the Liberian National Police,
Keynote speaker Anthony Michel called on the government of Liberia to elevate the LNP training school into a college of higher education. He said, by elevating the police academy, Liberians and nationals from neighboring countries will be given the chance to acquire higher education in rendering more services to their respective countries in Africa.
Should be elevated to a joint National Security Institute or College of Advanced Studies. Which will advance the Liberia the Police Academy of Training to a joint National Security Institute or a College of Advanced Studies to provide advanced cross-cutting security training, not only for Liberian security personnel, but security personnel from ECOWAS and other African countries who are coming here to get their degrees and the programs, as we are doing in Ghana, Guinea, and other. I know Patrick Sulu graduated from Guinea. That was when I heard about Inspector General Patrick Sulu, when Dr. Thomas J., a Liberian expert, security sector expert, was lecturing at Guinea, and he came across Patrick Sulu. He was my friend. Next is memory, Dr. Thomas J. is there today, and that's when He told me I got back to school. That is how I got to.
The Special Assistant, the Minister of Labor, Josephus Flomo, said the government of Liberia is working to ensure that the sector is further improved. Speaking to our reporter, Mr. Flomo stressed that the creation of jobs for qualified and competent Liberians remains the focus of the government.
I would recommend a professional person, not something more than $250 to $300. Mind you, I think in the sub-region, as we are, it's been established as compared to Liberia and Sierra Leone. Liberia has a very good minimum wage when it comes to Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is below at most $50. So if we have it at 143 and our minimum wage board team able to convince the legislature to carry up to $250, that would be very good for us as a government and as a country.
What's about creating more jobs for the people?
It's another priority which of course we have embarked on. Like I said, the Minister of Labor has denied several positions and not just limiting to what was published. There are many. We have the dossier of all those information spread about our offices. We will be giving it out to people like you. There are so many companies that were denied, and the process or the intent of denying these people is to create job opportunities for qualified Liberians. Mind you, the president said that before that he's going to create job opportunities for Liberians. The Minister of Labor want to make sure that statement made by the president is implemented to the fullest. We, from the Ministry of Labor angle, we are, as part of our statutory mandate, is to also create jobs for Liberians. So we want to set that as a priority to create.
Meanwhile, he told our reporters that through the Minimum Wage Board, the ministry is working out modalities to ensure that the country's minimum wage reflects current day reality. Currently, Liberia's minimum wage is $143 United States dollars. He said even though it does not reflect the current reality, but he believes it did in the past when the crafters them approved. According to him, Liberia's current minimum wage is far better compared to other countries in the sub-region.
Always on the field, the Ministry of Labor inspectors, we have a routine. It's a routine inspection. It's been done almost every time. With regards to the press release that was out sometime last week about the denial of various positions from companies, there is a team that is being set up, and that team will be out there in the soonest possible time to enforce the ministry mandate. Precisely, there were companies that applied to the Ministry of Labor for various positions, and we believe from the Ministry of Labor angle that these positions are actually intended for Liberians, and if you want to hire a foreigner, you have to make sure that you're in compliance with our law. The regulation 17 section 6, it tells you what to do, that the position should be advertised and not more than 2 or 3 local dailies. And we as a ministry, if it is established that you did not follow the law, we will send our team of inspectors who have been set up, who are currently being set up.
Well, viewers, if you're just joining us, you're watching Buzz TV News, a half-hour news presentation of major happenings in Liberia. Today is August 21, and I'm Star Jari presenting. One of our top stories we are following: Government of Liberia discloses plans to improve labor sector. This development plus much more after this break. Please stay tuned. Welcome back to Buzz TV News. Let's now bring you more developments. Montserrado County District 9 Representative Frank Safoko wants the national government to increase its budgetary support to the Liberian National Police. Honorable Foko claimed that the LNP continued to struggle due to low budgetary support. He believed that when the Liberian National Police is supported, they will carry out duties excellently.
Protocol observed. Let me say I'm grateful to God today. As a young man while growing up, had interest in the security sector of Liberia. It has always been my wish to have been a police officer. But today, standing before my friends as a representative representing the people of Electoral District Number 9 at the 54th National Legislature, I want to say thank you to the leadership. I want to say thank you to the governor of Liberia through His Excellency, Dr. George Manawia, for such support. As a representative at the 54th National Legislature, by the special grace of God, what I think for what I'm seeing here today, we as members of the legislature needs to concentrate more in empowering the budgetary support of the Liberia National Police and all security apparatus in the Republic of Liberia. Being invited and being a very close friend to our police. I have been a very close friend to the police since I took over as a representative, and being proud today that members, citizens of Electoral District Number 9 today are also graduating with the 45 class. Congratulations to the people of District Number 9. Congratulations to all of you who are graduating from the different 15 counties. God bless you.
Lofa County senatorial hopeful Momo Saras has begun his county tour ahead of the October 10 polls. Speaking at the launch of the tour in Bayanstown, Mr. Sarah expressed his disappointment about the well-being of the youth within the county. Meanwhile, the Lofa County senator hopeful assures the young people of Lofa that if he's elected, he will restore the hope of the future.
All we need is a leader that will identify those skills and ability to bring everybody together to do a peaceful job for Lofa County. I can see the hope in the youth, the faces of the youth. They need opportunity. There are opportunities, but it has to be built by a leader. I can assure you and I can promise you, when you elect me as a senator, you will have that hope right to your next goal. We will give you hope. We will give you hope. We will ensure that your future is well taken care of. The future will be accepted by other people. You know, everything you do, you look at the future, especially when I look at the kids. Right? I've always said to people, after 9 years, where will we be? It's a 9 years position we're talking about here. So your decision on the 10th of October, that few minutes is in the boot, you'll be making a 9 years decision. Please, my people, let me close by saying, don't vote because somebody is your friend. Don't vote because somebody and use the see talent. Don't vote because somebody.
Also speaking at the launch of the tour, the commissioner of Salibé, Ben Golin, encouraged Lofians to remain peaceful throughout the electoral process.
I want to say to all of us, all we need to do is to be very civil as we go through the electoral process. You may have so many persons coming here. All of us have only 3 votes. You will vote for representative, you will vote for senator, you will vote for president. So as you will be doing it, nobody is forcing you. Please be civil. We don't want pre or post-election violence. And if we conduct ourselves peacefully, today you see people hammocking here. Tomorrow another group will be coming here and think Sarah will say we're going to disturb it. I stay in the middle as the leader of this district, as the people here, to making sure that everybody conduct themselves peacefully and let go to elections and cast for their feelings. Honorable Sarah? Your people, the people of Lofa County, the people of Sarai District, the people of Biastown, the host community.
That was the Commissioner of Salaye, Mr. Goliman. A senior journalist at the National Legislature will this Friday, August 25th, go to election to elect several corps of officials that will govern them during the next 2 years. Speaking exclusively to Buzz TV News at the Capitol Building office, the chairman of the Independent Election Commission for the organization's elections, journalist Prince Moba, said all is set for commissions to conduct the election.
The only thing I'd like to clear, I'm sure you have created some debate, is that the names received by the commission, 2 of our colleagues were not officially cleared out based on other issues that will be resolved today by 12:80. You know, election is a process, right? It's not an event. It's not something that starts today and ends today. That process will include different activities we've been doing, like I said. And so one of the event or one of those activity, you know, the 2 colleagues did not taper into it, and they apologize. They reached out to the commission, the court, which of course is allowed in our democracy. They had some challenges. They couldn't reach out to us that time, and they asked that they're going to do that today, so that we're going to have that discussion and move on. So I can inform the party that the election will be on the 25th, which will be this coming Friday, which will comprise of the debate and the election. And so colleagues can go about now to campaign. Campaign open to go on Friday. Reach out to your colleagues, ask them to vote for you. I mean, tell them your platform, tell them what makes you qualified, why you think you can be the president or the vice president or the secretary general for legislature, so that you can be able to be elected on Friday to take the authority from the current leadership for another 2 years.
However, the IEC chairman is at the same time calling on candidates and reporters that will be campaigning and voting to do so void of violence by protecting the guidelines of the election and their colleagues.
I want to call on the electors to be peaceful, to respect the guidelines of the elections, to respect their colleagues. I mean, legislature is one body. I mean, it's just a matter of expressing our ideas in having interest in who be leaders to lead us. So I wanted to be peaceful. Let's engage these election campaigns activities responsibly. Be responsible in your approach and discussion with others. I mean, let's ensure that the core value of legislature is maintained throughout the process, so that we can move ahead. I also want to talk to the candidates. Be responsible. Know how to go about the campaign. I mean, this is not war, like I said. This is just a matter of having.
With these development, viewers, we've come to the end of Buzz TV News. But before we go, let's recap our top stories. LMP graduates 675 new recruits. Government of Liberia discloses plans to improve the labor sector. And District 9 representative calls for increment of the budget for the Liberia National Police. Many thanks for watching. I'm Star Jari, and have a good night.